What you're looking at right now is arguably the greatest dividend ETF's track record over the last handful of days. As we're seeing it right now, it is in the red. So today, I want to go ahead and discuss why SCHD, every dividend investor's dream ETF, was recently shaken up, how its rebalancing will do wonders for all of us dividend investors, thus making the case for yet another year worth of rock-solid SCHD dividend returns, leaving me with one question for you. Are you ready? Now, there is absolutely no other way I'd rather kick off this video other than by sharing with you a brutal truth that we as investors need to come to understand. And that's that consistently beating the market, or rather picking the right stocks 100% of the time, is just about next to near impossible. So, exchange-traded funds should not become an investment option. They should really become a part of your investment strategy, if you're wise, of course. All meaning that we should be building investment foundations, which are really a fail-safe way to never really lose as long as you're investing into the right ETFs. Now, in regard to the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, SCHD, my 2 cents, for whatever it's worth to all of you, is to use this dividend gem as a part of your investment foundation. Heck, even the Schwab team advises doing so, as we can dive into the fund summary to read that the fund can serve as a part of the core or complement in a diversified portfolio, really meaning that it's going to deliver through on safety and reliability, but definitely I recommend to get some growth orientation in there as well, depending on your financial position and your goals as well as timeline. However, let's get back to Schwab here to just read the objective of the fund, which is quite simple: to track as closely as possible before all the fees and the expenses, the total return of the Dow Jones Dividend 100 Index, which I wanted to highlight so you at least bare minimum understand what we're working with when it comes to the SCHD fund. It's not going to launch into the stratosphere, if you will, but it certainly will provide you with almost an unbreakable foundation or the perfect safety net through obviously the good times and, more importantly, all of the bad times, which as an investor you will experience. Now, throughout the last year, despite all the market mayhem, it has performed quite well. And moreover, throughout the last handful of years, SCHD has certainly delivered despite the seemingly never-ending, unprecedented years that we've had since 2020. However, lately SCHD, as I mentioned, has had investors all up in arms and worried about this rebalancing. Or for those of you who are new to investing, when a fund is periodically adjusted in terms of asset weights to ensure that it accurately reflects its purpose. So in our case, with SCHD, the Dow Jones. Now, the biggest news, the rebalancing, which was just completed this past Monday, resulted in the substitution of 23 total stocks, whereas stocks like Broadcom and Merck were actually booted from the fund. And a healthcare play that's been rather beaten down, Bristol Myers, was actually added to the mix. And moreover, it seems a major emphasis for this year's rebalancing was on dividend safety over dividend growth, while SCHD's free cash flow to total debt, return on equity, and dividend payout ratios actually all improved. Okay. So then what does the fund composite look like now? And is this ETF still a buy for the long haul or even just the year ahead? Composition wise, we still have a fair amount of exposure to industrials coming in at 17.12% worth of the fund's weight, financials coming in at 16.73%, whereas healthcare now makes up about 15.9% of the fund's weighting, followed by some of the more growth exposure-esque tech plays at 12.58% in tech, and more safety and consumer staples at 11.95%. After brand new news here of additions like Bristol Myers Squibb, Hershey, Cincinnati Financial, Skyworks Solutions, CF Industrials, Dick's Sporting Goods, Tapestry, East West Bancorp, APA Corp, and HF Sinclair are some of now the largest, newest additions, with Broadcom, Merck, ADP, Blackstone Group, Illinois Toolworks, 3M, Allstate, Newmont, Williams-Sonoma, and Northern Trust all getting the boot, which all works out to a new top 10 holdings here, with SCHD's top 10 holdings working out to AbbVie and Home Depot as the first and second largest holdings, followed by Texas Instruments, Chevron, Verizon, Coca-Cola, Cisco, as well as Amgen, Pepsi, and Pfizer. That totals out to 102 holdings altogether. And in tandem here, it's going to deliver through on a dividend yield at 3.41%, while coming in with an expense ratio at just 0.06%, meaning $6 per $10,000 invested annually. So am I still amped up about SCHD after this rebalancing? You bet. Not only because of its history, which, by the way, if you invested $10,000 10 years ago, you'd now be sitting on an extra $18,709 worth of a return, but I remain all in on SCHD, not because of the past performance, but because of what I think the future performance will be and continue to deliver through on as the market ebbs and flows. And as I look ahead, I mean, let's just be real. Economic data that is all over the place while we're in an election year with global conflict galore. My bet is it's not going to be as smooth sailing as we will like it to be. However, I'm jumping on that SCHD ship, hopefully reaching my destination of financial freedom thanks to the appreciation and, of course, the dividends along the way. However, that's just me. I now want to know your thoughts on SCHD, whether it's in your portfolio, if you're buying it, if it's just a supplemental position for you, or if you just think I'm boarding a sinking ship. Comment down below to let me know your thoughts, catch more insights right here, or just subscribe to never miss another video.